Hello, everybody. I'm Ashley, and if you don't know me, I have a blog that is called thepoordoctorswife.com, and I call myself the Poor Doctor's Wife because we are paying off our massive amount of student loan debt. Congratulations to me. No, so we have been paying it off, and we are making some great progress. So if you want to find out more about that, check out my blog, poordearwife.com. But we're not talking about that today. We're going to talk about grocery budgets. I hear a lot about grocery budgets, and my friends ask me questions a lot about grocery budgets. And so I'm going to share the overarching principle that just makes grocery budgeting simple and doable, and it's not hard and difficult. It's actually very easy, and you're probably going to be like, like, we know, but maybe you don't. So if you're someone who is, on the edge of their seat and can't wait to find out, stay and watch. The key to grocery budgeting is you come up with a amount that you're going to spend and you stick to that budget. That's it, guys. It doesn't get much easier than that, right? Did I hear angels singing and applause? It is so brilliant, isn't it? No, it's not. It's just, it is what it is. You have to come up with a number that you're going to stick to. The overarching principle I was talking about is planning. So what I like to say is when you come up with that number, go back, kind of track what you've been spending in the past. Yes, it's boring. It's mundane. You go do that. And what I say is start lower. You need to start lower. A lot of people will say, okay, just, go with what you spent last month. Well, if you are feeling anxiety about how much you're spending on groceries, it probably means you need to spend less. So I say start low, see how it feels. If you're going throughout your month and you're like, wow, I only budgeted $100 for groceries this month. I have 17 kids. That's not going to work. You're right, that's not going to work. You have to be realistic. Don't be crazy. But what I did when I started, I said I'm going to spend $80 a week.
Spend $80 a week.
And I'm going to tell you that $80 was not great. And I remember I was standing in line and I was trying so hard to stick to my budget, and I was actually doing pretty good. But I had like a snack pack. Like one of my kiddos wanted a snack pack. And so I was like, I put it in there and I was like, ooh. As I was like going through my numbers, I was like, I don't think I have money for that. And I was using cash. And the lady behind me was so sweet because I told the cashier, I was like, oh, wait, just take the snack pack. I don't need it, because I was over budget. And the sweet lady was like, oh, I'll get that for you. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I'm trying to stick to a budget. Like, I could get the snack pack, but I don't need it. And she was so sweet, like, no, let me help you. And I was like, oh, dear. After a month, I was like, that's unrealistic. I need to add more to my budget. So, yes. So now I spend Anyway, so now I spend $750 on food a month. Sometimes I spend less. Sometimes I plan for more. The key is I plan. And one way to plan when you're not really a great planner is to divide that grocery budget into increments that match either how often you go grocery shopping or just by weeks. So I go every week. So I do a weekly grocery budget along with my monthly. Does that make sense? Does that? I don't know. Anyway, it makes sense to me. Basically, I say basically a lot. Furthermore, you have your monthly budget and you divide it according to how many times you go to the grocery store. You know, if I'm going to Sam's Club during the week, that's going to be a bigger week. So maybe the week before I spend 160. And then for Sam's Club week, I do 225. That's a number. Now, the other tool I use that isn't necessarily a tip, but I love EveryDollar. And basically EveryDollar, all your little expenses pop up beautifully on the app, and you can categorize them, and you can even itemize them to different categories, which I really like. It's very nice. So let's just review here. Grocery budgeting, you can make it complicated. You can, but I like to keep it simple, and that is you make a plan and you stick to the plan. And the way you stick to the plan is by dividing that monthly grocery budget up into smaller increments and staying within those smaller numbers, those smaller money amounts, if that is commonsensical to you. Is that even a thing, a word? So I hope that helps. On my blog, poordearwife.com, you can find more detailed tips. But ultimately, if you want to stay within your budget, it's going to take some self-control and time and attention. Because I divide my monthly budget into weekly amounts, I know kind of what I can spend without even updating my budget. I know. I should update it all the time. But right now I have like a list of probably like 10 expenses that I need to categorize, but I don't always have time for that. I'm me, and sometimes I don't even do that. If you want success with budgeting, make a plan, stick to it. Start low, and then increase if you need to find that sweet spot where you're getting what you need, you don't feel like you're starving, and you're saving money. And those weekly increments, or the increments of however often you go shopping, it helps. It helps that budget. It does. I hope to make more videos to be helpful, because aren't these videos just fantastic? If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and subscribe to my blog. I send out free meal plans every week. I look at all the ads and I try to find, meals that correlate with the ads in my area. Now, if I was awesome, I would know what deals were everywhere, but I don't. So don't expect that. But it is helpful to have ideas, right? I mean, I used to hate meal planning. Now I'm kind of like, oh, it's fine. It's a part of life. See what can happen, guys? I tell you, I say one last thing. So this whole debt-free journey thing, it's taught me that all these things and skills that I'm doing, I always used to think that, I can't wait until life will be a little bit easier. I won't have to do all this stuff, but I'm kind of used to it now. I think I'm going to be doing this probably my whole life. But the grocery budgeting, why would I not grocery budget after I pay off debt? And so it's just kind of now part of my routine. And I really hope that things that I share can help you, because, man, it is tough. Budgeting is tough. It's not easy. Money, family finance is not easy. And so I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing. My name's Sharon. Sorry. My name's Ashley, not Sharon. So anyway, I'm going to leave now. So just, going to drag this out as long as I can. That's what I do. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And, a like or subscribe is super nice and makes me feel awesome. So if you do that, you just made someone feel awesome today. Have a great day. Bye. Hasta la vista, baby.